Good morning, everybody. It's another Wednesday, new comic day, of course. We have just a couple things to talk about before we do our typical. The first is San Diego Comic-Con is coming very quickly. If you're going to be down there, come on by, look up ECV Press or Nooligan, and we'll be sitting right next to each other. Trixie Dynamite will be there. I will have a brand new cover by local artist Mike Dorman with a special San Diego cover. So there'll be something special there. If you haven't picked up Trixie, come on by, say hi, and take a look. That's her right behind me. We also are debuting Union Street Choir. It's a book drawn by Highland New Sulk, written by the both of us. We're going to be debuting it at Comic-Con. There's a special cover by him. It's wraparound. There's a special cover by Justin Orr, and you can also get a sketch cover with art by Hainanu about the characters in the book. So you can go to unionstreetcrier.com. You can look it up on Facebook. There's links to pre-orders. If you can't make it, you can pre-order now to guarantee your copy because, of course, being small press, there will be limited numbers. You can get all of those on the website, or you can come in the shop, talk to me, and we can place your order here to make sure that you get it before they go at San Diego. So other than that, August 10th, more info to come, but we are doing a special day dedicated to local women creators, whether it be comic books, just geekery in general. We're starting to book them. We're bringing them in. We're going to have more info probably this weekend, give you a list of some people coming, and we'll slowly build that. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, and it's going to be showcasing women only because there are plenty who are working on comic books. So that being said, let's move on in. Straczynski, 10 grand. We've got, in case you haven't heard me talk about it, because I tend to touch every one of these because it's so good, you've got Temple Smith doing the art. We're dealing with a man who is dead. He has the ability to rise from the dead, and he's fighting for the angels. What he's doing is he's in the world doing his part. He's an occult investigator. The hook was when he died, he was a very bad man. They're allowing him to come back repeatedly, and every time he dies, he gets 5 minutes with his deceased wife. That's it. He gets to spend 5 minutes in heaven with her, and then the questions start popping up. Is that really his wife? Are these angels? Is it really heaven? What's going on, and is his mission what he wants to be doing? But what really pulls him into the case he's on right now is the person who he is hunting down should have been dead. It's somebody that he thought he had finished, and he's back on the trail. Last issue had some really interesting twists, a little heartbreaking. Even 2 issues in, I was attached to characters. So 10 grand, 3rd issue out this week. Absolution by Gage. You guys got a taste of this on Free Comic Book Day. They gave you that free comic. There's also a trade. It came out years ago, and it's the first instance of this. It's basically a world with police officers that have superpowers. One of them decides that things aren't being done good enough, and he goes Rorschach on them. Starts killing victims, hunting down people, making sure they get the justice that they deserve. His words, not mine. And now we've got the continuation right here, because at the end of the other one, well, I don't want to give it away in case you want to read the trade, but everybody knows who he is, what he was doing, and he's back. Satellite Sam, I don't think we need to say much more about this than Shaken and Fraction. In fact, I don't think anything more need be said. Clive Barker, his New Testament, or was it Next? It's Next Testament. Clive Barker's Next Testament, issue number 2. You don't see Clive do much in comics. He's had his hands in them for a while. There's been a lot of Hellraisers. There's been a lot of short stories. He's even had a couple horror / superhero in the past. This is the first one I have seen in quite some time. This was supposed to be out at least by last week because they told us it was June, but we're in July. Trinity of Sin starting. This is the stuff that we saw building from the very beginning of the new DC 52. We had that mysterious person popping up in back of all the books, kind of watching all of our heroes. We had the Free Comic Book Day book with Pandora. It's finally hitting. Here's Pandora's one-shot, and then it leads into a bunch of books from DC. Spinning out of Age of Ultron, we got AI. That just came out last week, so I don't want to ruin too much. The last issue that came out was a Hank Pym story, kind of a reimagining after all that's happened because of Age of Ultron. It changed history. All of a sudden he wakes up and realizes that he knows how to stop Ultron. He does. Gives us the story from Hank's perspective, gives us his origin, and then sets things on motion to go into AI. Infinity's coming. If you guys didn't get a copy at Free Comic Book Day, it was a prelude to Marvel's big event this year. Thanos is involved. What more need be said? I've said that a bunch today, but there's so many big things. This is the Infinity Prelude. coming in Avengers, written of course by Hickman, who also does New Avengers, which is essentially Avengers Illuminati. Both good books. This takes care of all the heroes that are part of the Avengers. New Avengers takes care of the Illuminati with your big guns, Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Bolt, Black Panther, and just their dealings in keeping the world safe on a grander scale. Guardians of the Galaxy, you guys have been enjoying the book by Bendis. Beautiful artwork. That cover last week with Gamora was incredible. We've got short stories here. All of them are just dealing with our characters to get to know them a little bit better for all of you who have not read the Abnett Lanning stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of the Abnett Lanning Annihilation stuff that actually built up everything you're reading, and they should have been doing this, by the way, Abnett Lanning. But if you like Abnett Lanning, or if you go back and read Annihilation, read Hypernaturals. It's essentially Legion without editors. They get to do whatever they want, and the two of them are absolutely amazing. So anyways, for those of you who didn't get a chance to read it, because it's out of print, you can still hunt it down, I'm sure. But this gives you a little more info on the characters, lets you get to know them a little more. Just a couple flashes. Catalyst Comics, a new #1. We've got more Abe Sapien. X-Men Legacy, you guys should give this a shot, especially if you don't like the X-Men. If you don't like the X-Men, if you like good science fiction, if you like 2000 AD, that kind of stuff, if you like East of West, if you like, it might not be that sci-fi, but if you like East of West, if you like Saga, you're looking for something completely different, X-Men Legacy is a great book. The trade is out, and we do have all of the first issues as well, I believe. You got some Swamp Thing. Dylan is back on Thunderbolts. Not necessarily a good thing. I respect you, Dylan. I don't like your artwork. Green Lantern, can we edit that? No, just Green Lantern's out. We finally get to see a second issue, see if this new creative team carries it through. That's it, guys. Don't forget San Diego Comic-Con. If you're there, come by, ECV Press and Nooligan. Come by, say hi, see Trixie, get Union, and then we'll see you August 10th. Well, hopefully we'll see you before then, but we'll see you August 10th for our Women in Comics Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.